Hey everybody, so in this video I'm going to do a review of Power Ranger Lightning Collection figures that I just received from Amazon. So in this set I got Dino Thunder Yellow Ranger and the Time Force Blue Ranger. So I think a lot of people are currently getting these from Amazon. I had these pre-ordered on Hasbro Pulse, and then Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store just started getting a whole bunch of Power Ranger Lightning Collection figures, and I decided to go ahead with Amazon because I had some gift card money on Amazon, and I figured, hey, might as well get these figures for free, and that's what I did. So, I think a lot of people have already gotten Dino Thunder Yellow, so the figure looks pretty good. You got her weapons in there, and, you know, the blaster. The face sculpt for this one, I don't know, just from the initial looks, it didn't look so good. There's the back of the box, and then if you need the barcode, there you go. But yeah, so, you know, this is going to be, I think this is the last wave that has the open box. And then, of course, this one, this deluxe figure has the windowless packaging where you cannot see the figure. I do like, you know, how this looks. I think, you know, the artwork or whatever looks kind of neat. I don't like not being able to see the figure, though. Now, since I bought this on Amazon, obviously I didn't get to inspect it before buying it like I would if I saw this in a store. So if there's anything wrong with this figure, then I'm either going to have to deal with it or fix it myself. Or if it's really bad, I would have to return it to Amazon, get my money back, and then try to find a different one. So here's the back of the packaging. You can see it has like picture of the figure and the, you know, the vehicle that he comes with, and then here's the side. I think it looks cool. I like the, here is the barcode if you need it. I do like the way the packaging looks, but if I'm going to buy it in the store, I like to be able to see it to make sure I'm getting a good one without anything missing, without any bad paint apps. So that's my concern. But if I'm buying it on Amazon, it's like, well, I don't get to check it out anyway. So, I don't know. We'll see. Some people I noticed online, they were wondering about the difference in size. So if you want to see size comparison, obviously Dino Thunder Yellow is in a regular Lightning Collection box. So you can see that this box is thicker. It's probably about 1.5 centimeters thicker. So not a lot thicker, but then obviously, you know, it's going to be longer because it's a deluxe box. So yeah, about probably takes up about 2 boxes going that way. So let me go ahead and put this one down. I do want to check out both figures in this review, even though they really don't have anything in common. I'm going to spend a lot less time on Dino Thunder Yellow because a lot of other people have already gotten this figure and reviewed it. And I guess there might be some differences here because this is our first and only female Dino Thunder Ranger. It looks pretty good. She does have the double elbows. Her morpher, of course, is unpainted. A lot of people have had a big gripe. Oh, this is weird. Her head, there it goes. Like, I tried to pull her head back, and it just kind of sprung back into position, but it seems to be okay now. It probably just needed to be kind of messed with a little bit from being in the packaging. But it looks good. You know, it doesn't have any marks or any of that weird, you know, stuff that happens sometimes at Lightning Collection, you know, figures. But a lot of people are griping about the difference because, you know, Kira's is white, and then the boys got silver on their helmets. It's not really that noticeable to me. So just if I can get her to stand up, looking at her side by side here. Can't remember, did I think I painted that myself. Yeah, that was like a custom job. So I actually painted in the pegs as well, because I didn't like how the blue pegs were showing up through the white diamonds. She is, she doesn't have the pegs. She's a pinless figure, so we don't have to worry about that with, Dino Thunder Yellow, which is great. So, side by side, they look good. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I think that this will work fine. Now I'd have to look at a picture from, the show to actually see how accurate the figure is. It's been so long since I watched Dino Thunder. I would have to really kind of watch it and see, if there's any major inaccuracies. But like for the hands, I have a feeling I painted that on the white, so I'd have to probably paint the white on her hands as well. But yeah, I mean, good addition to the team. So that's what we need. We need to complete teams here. That's what we are working on. So I already kind of messed with the head. So, typical kind of up and down, side to side. The peg is kind of weird because, like, when I try to do it, okay, now it's not doing it. So yeah, see, like when I try to put it just straight on, it keeps like kind of bouncing back down on its own. So that's weird, but it is what it is, I guess. The shoulder goes up and back. She's got like this butterfly joint, in the shoulder there. So the arms will kind of go. This one's a little stuck, but they do, well, that one's a lot stuck. There it goes. All right, so I kind of had to move that back and forth pretty good. And then they do go up, so that's good. She does have, her pterodactyl powers, so she should be able to kind of do that pose. The double elbows in female figures always worries me because it's such a small joint, so I really don't want to push it. She does have double elbows, but I just don't want to break them, so I'm going to kind of just leave them be. Torso twist, and then an ab crunch there. The belt looks really good. There's no paint slop or anything, so that's good. The skirt piece has, these slits in it, so, her legs can go all the way out to do kicks and stuff, and they can go forward. So that's good. We've got double pinless knees. They are, kind of hindered a little bit there, but not bad, really. I mean, actually pretty good. I think there's a lot of similarities here with Dino Charge Pink. The boots are really, really stiff. I think that there's a boot twist there, but can't quite get it. And then the usual up and down and ankle rocker. But yeah, a good female figure in terms of the articulation. Like I said, just sometimes the elbows do make me nervous. So let me pop out these accessories so we can take a quick look at everything that the figure comes with. Taking a look at the face sculpt, yeah, I kind of see what they were going for here, but like usual, at a certain angle, it kind of looks like the actress who played Kira, but then like head on, it just looks weird. I think the eyes or something aren't quite centered, but like kind of on the profile looks a little better. But I'm probably never gonna use the human head sculpt. I really only used the Mighty Morphin ones, and then I made a couple customs of a couple other Rangers. So I don't know, maybe I'll use it for something else. We'll have to see. So she comes with a couple other alternate hands here. We have a karate chop hand. There you go. And I'm not sure what this one is. Like the number 4, I guess is what's going on there. And then her her weapons, which of course I knew I was going to forget the name. I think they're called like the Terra Blades or the Terra Daggers, something like that. But they're not bad. I mean, they're not... They could use some more painted details, so maybe I'll add more paint to these, you know, because I'm probably going to paint her morpher and paint her hands white like I did the other figures. But yeah, these are fine. Terra Grips. I think that's what they're called. Terra Grips. See, I'm going to come up with it eventually. And then here is her blaster, which I think... Let me see if I can grab Ethan's here without hopefully breaking his holster. Because I want to compare the two. I cannot get it out of his holster. There we go. Got it. All right. So, yeah, there's definitely a difference here. So Kira's is on top, Ethan's is on the bottom. You can see that Kira's has more of the silver paint and the shade of blue is different. So yeah, once again, Lightning Collection lacks quite a bit of consistency. So actually, I think Kira's is done much, much better. The blue, I like the blue, the shade of blue a lot better. Obviously, I like the silver details a lot better. Yeah, so they painted Kira's blaster a lot better. I don't know. It looks like, I don't think I can get to the other figure right now, but yeah, I mean, you know, we don't expect consistency at this point, so, you know, it is what it is. Probably going to have the blaster in the holster anyway, but, you know, I could always add more paint to the Blue Ranger's blaster. And then here's a blast effect, which I think this is new. I don't think we've ever gotten this blast effect before with this shape. It actually looks kind of cool. Let me see if I can get it on here. Okay, so she's got, yeah, like the two prongs. So that's actually kind of cool. I wanted to pose her with her, you know, Ranger-specific weapons, but this looks neat. So now I don't know what to do, because I do really like this effect piece. Now let's see if this effect piece, yeah, it fits on Ethan's blaster. And, you know, since Ethan just has his shield, I guess I could swap out the hands and I could put this on Ethan's blaster, because this blast effect is kind of cool. So yeah, options. It's always nice to have options. But yeah, so there you go. There is Dino Thunder Yellow. We are one step closer to completing the Dino Thunder team. We know who is left. I don't really want to get into that right now with the very sad news that we got today when I'm filming this. So probably I'm not going to post the video today because of everything that's going on, but I don't really want to talk about it or get into it, you know, so I'm just going to say that we know which Ranger we need to complete this team, and hopefully we will get that Ranger soon. And today is a very sad day for the Power Ranger community, and yeah, so I'm sure this video will get posted in another time, but still wanted to do it because I got the figures and I wanted to do the unboxing on camera. And so there we go. All right, so on to the other figure, which is Time Force Blue. So this is the Deluxe, I guess it's Deluxe Wave 3, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. It is Time Force Blue Ranger with his Vector Cycle. So this is weird that they are doing this. So I guess it's Deluxe Wave 2. Yeah, because the first time we actually got a different Blue Ranger, you know. So we got In Space Blue. And then I didn't get that one because I didn't need the I didn't need another In Space Blue Ranger, and I didn't need just one of the you know, In Space can't think of what they're called right now, the you know, their boards that they ride. But I mean, you know, this may be the only way we can get Time Force Blue. And I don't know, motorcycle's a little bit more exciting. You know, you can do a little bit more with it. Let's see what he is all about, because I am very curious. I'm sure that you're all kind of wondering as well. So, here we go. We got our tray that we're starting to get used to. Sorta. Here's our little slip of paper with all the warnings in the 10,000 different languages. So we've got these twisty ties that are just a lot easier to cut than they are to try to twist off. So there we go. Those are cut. So I'm assuming that this is going to be the Ranger. And then I guess this is the cycle in here. And then hopefully there's a bag of accessories somewhere in one of these, because that's it. There's nothing else in here that I can see. It's just an empty shell. So let's see. This is just the tissue paper with a piece of tape. So there is that. It looks like it should have another piece to it, so hopefully that piece is somewhere. It has a nice heft to it. I just hope the other piece is in here. Yeah, it feels like there's another piece in here to the cycle. So, oh yeah, there we go. All right. So, I'm just trying to be careful here and not damage anything. Oh, this is weird. So, in the packaging, he has his civilian head on and not his Ranger helmet. That is weird. That is strange. Okay, so there's Lucas. I have not opened this yet, obviously. So, it's a really nice face sculpt. I don't think it looks like the actor that played Lucas. I don't think it really looks like him at all. But it's a really nice face sculpt. I don't know if that black mark is supposed to be on there. I don't recall the actor having like a beauty mark right there, so I think that might just be a QC issue. Hopefully I can just maybe remove that myself. I don't think it's supposed to be on there, but it's a nice face sculpt, but yeah. And there is a little mark on the chest there. It's a small one. I'd prefer it not to be there, but that happens, you know, anytime they try to paint over with white, you know, so it's a blue body and they're trying to paint it over with white, and you can see that the white on the butterfly joint, of course, does not match the white on the chest, but that is as expected. And the figure is just kind of a little bit you know, discombobulated here from being in the packaging. Let's see what else we got. So I guess here's the visor for the cycle and the handlebars. Geez, this has like a lot of stuff kind of stuffed into it, so you're gonna have to kind of put this thing together. Here's the helmet. This is one of the main things I was concerned about. Now, again, I would have to see if this is show accurate, because the shape of these helmets, you know, they're supposed to be different, and I don't have this stuff memorized. I don't know Time Force nearly as well as I know, you know, like Mighty Morphin and Zeo. Here are these guns. I mean, these have some heft to them, you know, so that's good. I mean, these feel pretty quality. I mean, this bike is pretty heavy. Like, it's a pretty hefty thing. It does not feel like super cheap. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed with the Snizzard figure, and now so far I'm pretty impressed here too. All right, let me make sure I got everything else out of here. All right, So here's his blaster. So it's got some detail on there, not a lot, of course, but we don't expect that. And his weapon. Doesn't want to focus. Come on, there we go. And he has got, well, I think this might be a mistake. So he has fisted hands in the package, and he came with 2 fisted hands. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, these are not fisted hands. They just look like fisted hands. So no, these are gripping hands. They really look like they were fisted hands. So no, this is right. So yeah, so he has gripping hands on him, and he comes with fisted hands. Yeah, from the angle I was looking at it, it looked like he just had fisted hands on him. So yeah, the figure, he's just a little, like I said, just a little kind of warped from being in the package, so I might need to heat him up. Because he doesn't have a twist at the waist, but his belt is just kind of off-centered. But I'm sure the belt will move if I heat him up a bit. Let me see if I can figure out how to put this cycle together, because I don't really know what exactly needs to go where. So it looks like, okay, the handlebars should obviously snap on here like this. All right, I need to do it off camera. Yeah, you really need to push down. Oh, man. I hope I'm doing this right. I mean, how else can they go on? All right. Okay, wow. So, the handlebars actually control the wheel. So, when you turn the handlebars, the wheel also turns. Huh. That is, unexpected. Did not think it would be so sophisticated. And then it looks like, yeah, there's like little ridges here for the visor, so that just kind of snaps in to here. Okay, so let me snap that in, make sure I'm not going to break anything. Sometimes I feel like I'm like too gentle on stuff, and then I try to be too rough, and then I break it. So yeah, that's not going in. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here or what. All right, I am pushing as hard as I can without breaking anything. It's in there, but it doesn't feel super secure. So I'm not sure. But yeah. So I might have to work on that a little bit. Oh, and then the guns. So the guns, they look like they just go on the sides here. Yeah, the guns just go right in. The guns are easy to get in there. Yeah, the guns are super easy. So there you go. That is pretty cool. Yeah, wow. Really, really neat. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. You know, it has the little kickstand, so you can, you know, have it stand up. That's pretty cool. All right. So yeah, I forgot. The Time Force guys, they don't have holsters for their blasters, so they either have to hold them or not. Let me see how difficult it is to get this head off. Oh, that popped right off super easy. I want to get this helmet on. All right, because what I really want to do is I want to compare him to the Time Force Red Ranger. It has been a long time since we got a Time Force Ranger, and I think a lot of us are concerned that, you know, there's not going to be a lot of similarities. Now, his legs, I can already tell, are loose, especially this one. Like, look how loose that leg is. So, yeah, so definitely this left hip is super loose. He's got this drop-down hip thing that they keep doing, and it is causing more problems than it is doing anything, because it's super loose. Hopefully, he'll still, you know, like, he's still going to stand. It's just, I don't know if it's just going to cause him to, like, fall down at a later time or what. Now, I've got The Red Ranger here, he's holding his weapons, so let me go ahead and have him not hold his weapons. I have not messed with this figure in so long. He's been on the shelf just by himself, hanging out. So there we go. So now, of course, you know, the Blue Ranger is pinless. The Red Ranger is not. So if that bothers you, you know, that might be a problem. I mean, I don't particularly care. I mean, I just want a figure that's good. So you can see right away, whoa, I do not have them in the frame very good though. Here we go. You can see right away that there are some differences. The Red Ranger is definitely taller. You can see that, you know, like above the symbol on the chest, like this is real thin, this is really thick. Not sure which one is show accurate, because again, I'd have to go back and like really look. Just the helmets, again, you know, the helmets are supposed to be different, but you can just see, you know, the top part, like one is thin, one is thick. I mean, I guess they're all right. It's just, you know, we would expect there to be these subtle differences because it's been so long. You know, like look at the difference in the Morpher and in the Gauntlet. You know, like he has the black outline on the Gauntlet and he does not. Again, same thing. So like all these little details, I mean, you know, this has been a problem with the Lightning Collection from the beginning. Is, you know, we have these teams of Power Rangers. Now the legs, they match up a little better. So like the silver cuffs on the legs, they both have the black outline. The Red Ranger, the black outline's a little thicker. The belts match pretty good. So yeah, this has been a problem with the Lightning Collection since the very beginning, is just lack of consistency in the teams. This comes as no surprise since it has been, what, like 2 years since we've had a Time Force Ranger. So I think we were all kind of ready for there to be inconsistencies with, you know, between red and blue, because obviously it's just been so long since we had one of these team members. So, you know, I guess just we're going to have to just deal with it, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else we can do. I mean, you know, when such a long time goes by, obviously there's going to just be slight differences. Things aren't going to match. I mean, really what they should do is they should just do a better job of completing teams a lot faster. That way the body molds, the technology, the paint apps, the factories, whatever, there'll just be more consistency. You know, just look at the pinless technology. It's like, you know, that nobody was doing that when this figure was released, and now everybody's doing it. So now, boom, there you go. But I mean, they look fine together. You know, Time Force was a really great Power Rangers season. It's just not one of my favorites in general. I mean, I know, you know, a lot of fans loved it. You know, I watched it for the first time a few years ago. I didn't watch it when it first came out. So maybe when if I watched it as a kid or a younger person, I'd feel differently. I watched it as an adult. I thought it was a well done season. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was well done. But, you know, I just don't have the nostalgia for it. I mean, that's the thing. I just don't, you know. But, you know, they look good together. Maybe when we get a few more teammates, it'll, you know, do it for me a little more. So let's just look at the articulation real quick. You know, the butterfly joint, this one is a little stuck. That's weird. It's the same thing with the Dino Thunder Yellow. It was just like a little stuck there. Everything is just a little stiff in this figure. The elbows are good. Yeah, the elbows are good. Wrists are good. I had to, you know, mess with the midsection a little bit already. I already swapped out the head, so the helmet is fine. There aren't any major, you know, paint slop or anything on the helmet, so that's great, because I hate it when the visors and stuff have all that paint slop. I already addressed the issue with the hips, so yeah, these drop-down hips are just terrible. I mean, look at that gap. So then I have to, like, fix it every time. You have to, like, push it up and fix it, and now it's, like, super loose. Like, look at it when it, like, or no, it's not going to do it. But, yeah, it just, like, drops down on its own. So not a fan of that. You know, the color of the blue between up here and down here is a little different. Not terrible, but it'd be nice if they matched. The knees are a little stiff, but not bad. You know, this part obviously is going to hinder it a bit. This knee, even a little bit more stiff. The boot twists better than Kira's was, not as stuck. And then the ankles are pretty good actually. They're not too tight, but they're not too loose. But yeah, these hips are awful. I think a lot of people had this issue with the male Yellow Ranger body. I feel like that was the issue I was seeing a lot on the reviews that I watched online. My hips on my Yellow Ranger male was fine. They are not like this at all. Like, this is awful. Like, super, super loose and wobbly. So hopefully he just doesn't randomly just fall down. Maybe just keep him on a cycle all the time or something, so he doesn't just randomly just kind of fall. But yeah, so there you go. That is the review. We have got 2 new Rangers to add to our teams. We finally have another Time Force Ranger after some years of waiting, and we are that much closer to completing Dino Thunder. So I hope you appreciated this review. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.